Imagine striking back after patiently waiting for the right time. The satisfaction of hitting back hard feels different. This is the current mindset of Israel government. October 15, 2024, a day that we'll remember in the Middle East. Yahya Sinwar, the chief of Hamas, is dead. So, who is he? Why did Israel want him to be dead so badly? And how did they manage to do it? Yahya Sinwar, he wasn't just the face of Hamas. He was the product of war born in 1962 in a refugee camp in Gaza. Gaza was already a land soaked with conflicts and military operations. Sinwar grew up witnessing war and violence on every street corner. Naturally, he gravitated towards the revolutionary ideas of Hamas, a military group born out of political and social frustrations of the Palestinian people. In 1980s, he joined the Muslim Brotherhood, which eventually transferred him to Hamas. But his transformation into leadership wasn't just shaped by the environment. It was also deeply influenced by his personal experiences in Israeli prisons. Sinwar was imprisoned in 1989 for murdering Israeli collaborators, sentenced to a lifetime bar for 22 years. Yet, rather than softening in prison, he grew up more ruthless. His iron-fisted methods of eliminating anyone who questions his authority became infamous. Then came a pivotal moment. An Israeli soldier was captured by Hamas. Then Israel agreed to prison exchange and Sinwar was released. In 2017, he returned to Gaza, becoming the leader of Hamas. Under his leadership, Hamas grew more aggressively and building alliances with Iran and preparing to strike Israel. The most devastating blow came on October 7, 2023 when Sinwar organized one of the deadliest attacks on Israel's history. Over 1,400 Israelis were killed in this assault. It was his greatest mistake. Israel, burning with revenge, waited for a full year, searching for a perfect moment to take the revenge. On October 1st, 2024, another attack targeted Israel. People expected Israel to strike back at Iran's nuclear facilities. In fact, we all did. But Israel surprised the world. Despite Iran's warning that they had 5,000 missiles ready to start the war, Israel remained focused on Hezbollah and Lebanon. Meanwhile, Sinwar, thinking he was safe and was moving freely in Qatar. Rumors spread on Twitter or X claiming Sinwar was in Qatar. But Israeli intelligence soon discovered his actual location is in Rafah, that is in Gaza. The Israeli Defense Forces IDF sprang into action, turning Rafah into a battlefield and destruction. Every corner echoed with the sounds of bombs as buildings collapsed and roads disintegrated. In the middle of this chaos, the IDF spotted 3 fighters running between the buildings in Tal al-Sultan, an area in Rafah. They fired grenades at the soldiers, but it did not matter how many grenades they had. Israeli tanks bombed the building and fighters were killed. At first, there was nothing remarkable about the incident. But when the IDF returned the next day, they noticed that one of the bodies bore a striking resemblance of Sinwar. Fearing possible booby traps, they cut off his finger and sent it for testing. After confirming there were no traps, they transferred the body to Israel. DNA and dental records confirmed it. The man they killed was Yahya Sinwar, who they were looking for. The IDF spokesman Daniel Hagari explained that it was a routine patrol and the 3 soldiers has engaged them first. They had no idea Sinwar was there. But when their drone spotted him running into the building and sitting in a chair with a cloth wrapped around his face and clenching his side, they attacked. They eliminated him with a tank shell. Now, Israel's focus shifts to Yahya Sinwar's brother Muhammad Sinwar and remaining Hamas military commanders. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared that the evil has dealt a blow, but warned that this isn't an end. The war in Gaza will continue. Yahya Sinwar may be dead, but this death is not the end of the story. The conflict between Israel and Hamas has taken countless lives, and this death is another chapter in the blood-soaked history in the region. Some may celebrate hoping for peace, while others mourn and seek revenge. But in the end, it's all the innocent civilians and the families in Gaza and Israel who continue to suffer. The question we all must ask ourselves is how much longer? How many more lives must be lost before the cycle of violence ends? Yahya Sinwar is gone, but the wound of this conflict remains open. Only time will tell if his death will lead to peace or more devastation. The death of one man can change the course of history, but will it be for better or for worse?